Alright, my plan for this evening is actually to finish working on my quilt, but I wanted to show everybody my final hot wire foam cutter that I finished up. I need to figure out how to figure out if it's on or off. I think right now it's off. And that should be high if it's on. So, it's off right now. Just a guitar string up to this hook here. It wraps around and it goes up and locks in these two nuts up here. On the inside there's a nut in here, so it goes to a wire that goes down through here and back to a switch right there. That's a fan high-low dial, and you push it in to turn it on and off. And this bottom of the wire goes through a hole in the board here, down to another hook just like this one coming in from this side. And inside there, that's caught in the loop and then wrapped into the wire as well. And then another wire goes back to that switch, the other side of it. And there's hot power coming out of a transformer. I bought a doorbell transformer. It was like $12. And I ran two wires, and I'll show a diagram of this. It wasn't that complicated, really. So back here on the back, I got a big door spring, and I'm using a canvas strap with a clip on it. That way I can loosen and tighten this if it starts to get loose. I just pull down on that and tighten the strap up, and it stays right there. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on now. It takes a minute to heat up, but not long. Turn it on a little low. Let's start off low, and then I'll turn it back up a little bit. There's no way to tell by pushing on it off. Woo, it's getting hot fast. Woo, turn it down a bit. Okay, so stinks up the whole house. And it sticks itself. Nice smooth. Obviously I didn't have anything to guide it, but that was a pretty smooth cut. Let's try and make cut this way nice and straight across. You turn it back up. Once you use it, it cools that spot off pretty fast. Pretty smooth. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit so it doesn't take so long to go through it. Ooh, it stinks. But you can see how fast it goes through. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back off. Nothing really to cut right now, but I wanted to show you all that because I started on it the other day. Never really got a good finish. Let's see if I can get a those two grooves are me scratching on the ground, but it does get a little rough if you go through it too fast, but it's a pretty smooth cut. So, anyways, that was my hot wire cutter, and I'll show you real quick how I made the board. I used, as I mentioned in the previous video, a board that I had for a game. Worked out perfectly for this. It was a little hockey game you do with marbles or quarters, and there was two holes here, a hole there, and a hole there. Well, I just used those holes to pass wires through. Then I came out of the transformer and I came out of the switch and went to the transformer. And then I put the other one, switch, and let's see here. Oh, this came out of the switch and went to the transformer. And then the other one out of the switch goes, where does it go? It goes straight into the transformer. What do I have going into the switch? I have a white going into the switch, I have a black going into the transformer, I have the black coming out of the switch and back into the transformer. So the switch is what's breaking the transformer and variable voltage going into the transformer. Outside the transformer, I used the 24 volt. It had multiple connectors on here. I used the 24 volt. One goes to this, and one goes up. It doesn't even just go straight up. Through the pipe and to the other side. So the transformer connects directly to the two metal eyelets. and the switch is breaking the power to the transformer and adjusting the voltage going into the transformer. So I had to redo it like twice because I got it backwards the first 2 times. Pretty neat. Works well. Gives me a nice flat surface to work with. Huge surface to work with. I don't think I'll ever make anything that big, but at least I have it if I ever need it. PVC is all 1.5 inches. Excuse me. 1.5 inch T on top. I bought 2 2-foot sections of 1.5 inch pipe. This is a 2-foot section, and then I used 1.5 foot here and 1/2 foot back here. And I bought a joint here that just went to a base that I screwed down. And that was it. And I put an eyelet back here and an eyelet back here. No power going to either of these. They're just for tension on the front of it. So that's my hot wire cutter, and I wanted to finish that up and let you guys see it. Alright. That's about it for that video. Just going to show you guys that. And I'm going to move on to the finishing up on the down quilt that I started yesterday. I've got it all sewn up, and now I'm going to pack it full of down. So one more shot of that, and that's all for that one. We'll be back with the rest of the down quilt in just a moment.